Welcome to Red Recaps. For today's video, we will be recapping the mind-blowing psychological thriller movie Black Swan. Sit tight and relax for a chilling roller coaster ride. Let's get started. The movie started with a woman dancing with a man in black. The woman woke up and said she had a dream about dancing in the White Swan role. Her mom saw a small wound in her daughter's back. The dancing woman traveled to her job. The other dancers are gossiping about their co-workers as they are preparing. They started rehearsing for a dance as a man started watching them. He reveals that they are dancing about a story of a swan. He said that the White Swan has a lustful twin, the Black Swan. The man was their instructor, and he revealed that he needed a solo dancer who could embody both swans. He then tapped a few dancers and said that all that were tapped were going to scheduled rehearsals in the afternoon. The rest would meet him later. After their rehearsals, Nina saw a frustrated woman breaking the glass in one of the preparation rooms. Nina went in and grabbed a lipstick and put it in her pocket. Nina is rehearsing in front of their instructor and says that her dance is only good for the White Swan role, not the Black Swan. Then a woman named Lily arrives, as the man is not impressed by Nina's performance. As she left the studio and went home, she came across a woman who looked just like her. She arrived home and cried on her mother's shoulder. She rehearsed again in front of the mirror and suddenly injured one of her toes. As her mom treated her wounds, Nina said that she would come back to the studio and convince the instructor to accept her. She went back to talk to the instructor. The instructor told her that all he could see in Nina was the White Swan. Nina said that she wanted to be perfect, and suddenly, the instructor kissed her vigorously. Nina bit her tongue as she walked away, confused. The woman who will portray both swans, the Swan Queen, has been posted, and it stated the name Nina. She was picked as the Swan Queen. Nina, crying in joy, went to the bathroom to call her mom on the phone. As she was leaving the bathroom, she saw a scribble in the mirror. She immediately erased it. She went home and noticed that her back was bleeding. Her mom presented her with a cake to celebrate. She then continued to rehearse, and the instructor said that they needed to work on the Black Swan. On her break, she watched the other dancers rehearse and watched Lily, who is imprecise but has passion for what she does. She then went with her instructor, Thomas, to an elegant party. Beth McIntyre then revealed that she is retiring and has become an inspiration for many dancers. Nina went to the bathroom and saw another wound, now on her fingernails. She peeled off the skin, and suddenly the wound is all healed? What's going on? Then Lily barged into the bathroom and requested to talk to Nina, but she declined and went out. Thomas asked Nina to stop by his place for a drink. Nina then saw a statue with black wings, and then suddenly a drunk Beth talked to her. Beth told her that she didn't deserve the role, and that she was a whore. Then Thomas stopped it from escalating. They reached Thomas's place, and Thomas asked her to explore more, to touch herself when she got home. She went home, and as her mother helped her undress, she discovered that Nina's wounds were not healing. She insisted that it was the pressure from Nina's new role. As she woke up, she remembered what Thomas said to her and touched herself. But her mother is right beside her, sleeping. She went to the studio again, and the news broke out that Beth had suffered from an accident. Nina decided to visit her in the hospital. She gave her flowers, and she saw that Beth suffered from major injuries and hurriedly left the hospital room. She went home and found her mother painting once again. She went to rehearse again, and her instructor, dissatisfied, wants her to dance more fiercely. Thomas decided to be her dancing partner and proceeded to touch her, telling her that it was he who was seducing her, when it should be the other way around. She was left alone in the studio when Lily arrived, and she teased Nina that she had a crush on their instructor. Nina left the studio and went home. As she was taking a bath, she once again saw blood dropping from the water and saw a mirage of herself staring at her. She got up from the bath and saw that the wound on her back was getting bigger. She once again rehearsed, over and over again, and Thomas was still dissatisfied with her performance. Thomas then revealed that Lily had told him that Nina was upset and frustrated. He told Nina that she was weak and a coward. Nina then confronts Lily, insisting that she didn't need to tell Thomas about what happened. She went home, and her mother asked her if Thomas was trying anything on her. She then revealed that she had to give up her dreams as a dancer because she was pregnant with Nina. As they talked, someone knocked on their door, and it was Lily. She said she wanted to apologize for what happened and wanted Nina to take her out for a drink. Nina's mother tried to stop Nina from going, but she went out nonetheless. They talked about Thomas, and suddenly Lily brought out a capsule drug, insisting Nina should take it. Lily gave Nina a black lingerie set and wore it. And as she came back, Lily was with 2 other men. Nina told Lily that she wasn't allowed to go home late, as she would be on stage tomorrow. Lily put the drugs in Nina's drink, and Nina drank it. The 4 of them talked, and then Nina and the other guy talked alone. Nina told the guy about the story of Swan Lake. The drugs started to kick in as they danced wildly at the club. After that, Nina found herself kissing a random guy and went off. Nina and Lily got into the cab to go home, and Lily started touching Nina. They went to Nina's home, and they saw Nina's mother waiting for them. Nina, who was drunk, tells her mother that she made love with 2 men they met in the bar. Her mother slapped her, and Nina ran to her room and locked the door. Nina and Lily made love in her room, and just for a second, she saw her different self in Lily. Nina then woke up and realized that she was late for the stage. She then hurriedly went to the studio and found Lily rehearsing her piece, her Swan Queen piece. After Lily rehearsed, she went to see Nina. Nina told her that she overslept and asked why she didn't wake her up. Lily told Nina that she hadn't actually slept over at Nina's. What is going on? Nina made love with her, but she said that she wasn't there. Nina started rehearsing, and Thomas looked like he was not impressed. Nina rehearsed again, and now for the final act, as she was asked by Thomas to jump down on the mattress, as the story suggests that the Black Swan committed suicide. Nina reluctantly jumped. They took her measurements for the costume, and in the mirror she saw herself again, in a different personality for a second. She then saw Lily being measured for the costume also. She said that she was the backup dancer just in case something happened to Nina. Nina, in disbelief, rushed to Thomas and asked him why it would be Lily. Nina told Lily that she was after her role, but Thomas shrugged it off. Nina continued rehearsing in the studio, even overtime. And while she was rehearsing, she saw her different self once again. And the mirror is not synchronizing her movements, as if there's another life in there. As the lights went off, Nina rushed backstage and saw, are Lily and Thomas vigorously making love to each other? And Thomas's face suddenly changed into a monster. What is Nina seeing? She then rushed outside and went to see Beth in the hospital. She brought a letter to Beth and gave her back the things that she stole from Beth's dressing room. Nina told Beth that she wanted to be perfect, and Beth suddenly stabbed herself with a nail file. And Nina, once again, saw herself as Beth stabbed herself in the face. She went home and saw the paintings of her mother talking to her. She also saw a bloodied Beth. What is going on with Nina? Her mother saw her and she went to her room and saw a feather. Her bones started to deform as she hit her head on the bed. This is getting interesting. She fainted, and as she woke up, she saw her mother closely watching her. Her mother told her that she called the studio to tell them that she would not make it to the Swan Lake show, and that the role was destroying her. Nina is enraged as she rushes toward the studio, revealing all the dancers are already preparing. Nina then rushed to the dressing room where Thomas told her that he had already asked Lily to take over the role. Nina insisted that she was there and she was going to do it. Right before she came on stage, Nina saw her toes all glued up. They were sticking together as one. She then performed on stage as the White Swan. She danced gracefully, and as she went back on stage, Nina is obviously distracted. As she fell down in the middle of her performance, she is disgruntled but continued to dance. She started to cry, as Thomas was in disbelief at what had happened. She insisted that her partner had purposefully dropped her. She went back to her dressing room and found Lily putting her makeup on. Lily teased Nina that she was worried about the next act and insisted that she do the black swan for her. Nina was frustrated and pushed Lily through the mirror, and Nina stabbed Lily with the broken mirror. She dragged her body to a corner and she continued dancing the black swan piece. And as she danced, her skin started to change into a real black swan, and she is grinning about it. Suddenly, feathers started to grow in her arms, and as the act ended, the crowd started to roar in applause, and she kissed Thomas backstage. She went back to her room and covered Lily's blood with a towel. And what is this? Lily came knocking on the door congratulating her? What? Nina checked under the towel and revealed no blood and no body of Lily. She then saw a wound on herself, a glass piece inside of her. She continued to retouch her makeup and went on stage once again. She then went on to the last act, blood pouring on her stomach as she saw her mother, and jumped on the mattress at the end of the show. Thomas rushed in to congratulate her, and they saw blood on Nina's body. And Nina told Thomas that she felt perfect, that she was perfect. That movie was really fantastic and intriguing. Have you enjoyed the video? If you did, leave a comment down below if you liked the movie. If you are intrigued by this movie, you can watch it by clicking on the links below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching Red Recaps. I'll see you in the next video.